pace out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Howard is out there with Smith. And it's Ariza in at the 3-0.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And here is Prince. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs, or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard, but this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Timeout call for Rockets.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. Exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Trevor Ariza last season with perhaps the best campaign still in his 10-year career.
Yeah, he played starters minutes, shot a career-high three-point percentage. I think a lot of it, Kevin, was just the combination of playing with good bigs and then also John Wall's emergence as a great point guard. Ariza had a lot of open looks last year.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Puts up the baby hook. Uses the glass to drop it in. Beverly's got 6.
He always knows where his teammates are going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. You could say that Ariza was in a contract year, looking for a new contract, playing for a new contract, but he's upped his three-point percentage for 3 straight seasons. It seems he's put in the work to really solidify that part of his game.
Here is Harden following the 3 by Detroit. Here's Smith, and he gets it to go. 8 points for him.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Here's Big Smooth. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And Ariza has always been great shooting threes from the corners, but he's diversified a bit. Last season, the highest total of three-point makes in his career.
Howard's shot is good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Big Smooth, and another 3 for Detroit.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Now here's Beverly. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6, and stolen by Prince. Here's Big Smooth. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Big Smooth got 57 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts on the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
Terrence Jones is checked in for the Rockets. Brewer comes in for James Harden.
These guys putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
In low to Howard. And blocked. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Big Smooth. Defended by Beverly. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The Pistons shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. 16 seconds left in the third. Screen by Howard to stop the run. Tried to bank it in, but he missed it.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
The 3 quarters of play all in the...
Later, alligator. Pop blows a weed flip. So yo, the D, what the O, incorporated INC.
And a moment. Here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
And so it's Houston with it. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Reggie Jackson out there with Big Smooth. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
That's his second.
Well, the Argentinian, Pablo Prigioni, now 37 years of age, but I really like the way he competes defensively. Also a very good rebounder for a point guard.
And Prigioni, Clark, very selective with his shot, but he's got deep range.
Yes, he
too.
does. And, Kevin, I think he could be even more aggressive looking. He's got to be a little more shot hungry. I mean, he's over 40% from long range last season.
And he gets it to go.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Big Smooth. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Jason Terry.
Well, you take a look at video reviews in the NBA and even across all sports for that matter, they're not going anywhere. Especially with the way media is now. Fans can dissect every call on DVR or the internet. So you want to give officials the chance to get those big calls right. So I think video replay is useful and here to stay.
So he gets them both. And guys, with video reviews, the complaint has been how long they take. You want to keep the energy and the momentum of the game going.
Well, and the NBA knows about this problem, and they're creating a centralized site now to handle reviews, similar to what we see in hockey. So the hope is that this will speed up the process. That would be great. Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Here's Big Smooth. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And here's the fast break. Shot by Terry, no good.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Here's Terry following the bucket by the Pistons. He only passes to Jones. Fast break Detroit. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Good job here in the second half.
Houston
They're
foul.
doing a really solid job of pounding that ball
First
inside.
personal foul. Team
They're being
second.
intentional about it. And
Shooting
that's the way you
Detroit.
succeed, getting that ball inside. Reggie Jackson is really strong and athletic, an excellent driver and finisher, especially when working off the pick and roll.
Now Detroit moving it up. Finish off the break. 70 points for Big Smooth.
This is a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Jones, no luck. And Jackson, a good three-point shooter at Boston College. But it seems, Steve, he's still adjusting to the NBA three-point range.
Well, last year he shot about 3 of them per game, Kevin. Made a little more than a third of his attempts, so he needs to shoot a better percentage from the corners in particular. But, you know, as a ball handler, he's a good setup man, good assist man, really good all-around guard.
And the Rockets with possession here After the basket by Detroit, Brewer, Jones, a follow-up jam.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Three-pointer, and there's Tayshaun Prince on the assist by Drummond.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Here's Prigioni. Lets it go with a three, and he gets it to go.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
That bucket in no time at all.
Wow. What can you say?
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it to Moniunas.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play his star player every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
The Pistons have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst.
Well, guys, this never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
You look at the stats and you'll see how dominant a game this was for Big Smooth. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come up with steals and get extra possessions for his team.
Jackson passes to Big Smooth, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And the first one at the line is good. The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals, and Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
Here's Prigioni. Terry outside. Here's Smith. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first.
Then you look at the Pistons, great size and athleticism inside, but you know, they've lacked the high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
And Josh Smith drops them both.
And, you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability, and you thought that team would be tougher defensively. But that wasn't really the case. I think it has to be attributed to mindset. Those young, big athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Smith right side. Another miss by Houston.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
Rebound by Smith. And there's the rejection. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Big Smooth.